these courses are, there's more available than ever, and they're more affordable than ever. So you don't need to take a formal university education and spend thousands of dollars and invest all that time, where you can take quick snippets to bring you up to speed and allow you to hire the talent that you need to grow your division.
Welcome to the Industrial Property Insider Show, a podcast dedicated to industrial property and business owners. Gain actionable insight from industry leaders on the current trends in commercial real estate and common challenges faced by owners just like you.
And so today we're talking with Raoul Bhatt. He is a successful software developer, and he's done work for Crystal Glass, Boosted Juice, and is now the director of eCommerce for Peavey Mart. And Raoul, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me here, Julie.
So when we get started here, I have it in my notes that you have been doing this for about 20 years. Is that correct?
I'd say about 24 years, the last I counted. Yeah.
Okay. And so is there anything that you can share with our audience on like what has changed? Like what have you seen over the past 24 years?
I think from the time I started, I would have to buy books, and I'd teach myself through books, right? So I think we live in a day where we have unlimited amounts of resources to continually educate ourselves and keep up with industry trends. They're always changing. So whether your knowledge was relevant 6 months ago, I wouldn't say it's completely not relevant today, but it always needs to be improved and enhanced. So I think we're surrounded by amazing resources like Stack Overflow, YouTube, ChatGPT. So things like that continually enhance our knowledge of what we specialize in. It's an amazing time to be alive. I think we're as smart as resourceful as we are.
Okay. And ChatGPT, so that is obviously changing everything right now. So walk me through that. So what do you foresee happening in the future, and like walk me through that?
Well, I actually see more jobs being created. I think a lot of people are afraid of tools like artificial intelligence and OpenAI's tools and upcoming like Google's competing tools. But I don't think it's anything to be afraid of. I think it's going to create new jobs like prompters or prompt engineers. So you're only as smart, or AI is only as smart as what the human being tells it to do. But it takes a skill in order to communicate with artificial intelligence. So I think the more skilled you are, and those people are the ones that are going to get ahead. I definitely think ChatGPT can either enhance your job, or if you avoid it, your competitor's going to have the one up over you.
Okay. And so when we're talking with a business owner who's starting to get used to ChatGPT, how do they even get started? As in, it's so overwhelming for the average person. And then if you're saying like, if you don't get connected, you're going to get left behind. So like, how do you take the first step with that?
Well, the thing I wouldn't recommend taking it on yourself as a business owner, unless you want to catch a YouTube tutorial, but actually hire someone that does have an interest in AI and prompts and understanding how to communicate with this technology. Learn from them, whether it's a contract, like 6 month, 1 year contract, get them to enhance your company and set up processes. I believe that's the best way and easiest way to get to market with these tools.
Okay. And so you mentioned processes, and then was there anything else like from your own experience? Because I know that with the company that you're working with right now, Peavey Mart, so you guys are really knocking it out of the park. You're doing a lot of innovative things. So kind of walk me through, was there any like something that you would say, this is what's working for us generally, so don't get into specifics, but like we're using it for this and we're finding this is happening, like what actionable kind of like insight have you seen with your current location?
Yeah. So with Peavey Mart, we have about 50,000 SKUs. So that's 50,000 products that we carry, that we sell online and in store. Every week we're onboarding thousands more products, and in turn products are leaving our inventory list. But the biggest bottleneck we had was creating superior content. So product descriptions, persuasive product descriptions that sell well online, and when they're presented well, they come up organically in Google. So when people are searching for axes and hammers, we would come up, or our listing would come up to the top and beat our competitors. We had to have amazing product descriptions. So ChatGPT actually probably sped up our process 100 times of what it would take. So our team could take about three product descriptions a day, like one individual really doing it well, adding descriptions, writing it out, massaging it, making sure grammar and everything's correct. But in one day, one of our staff can do over 100. So it's been incredible for companies like us, and we know it. If we don't use it, our competitors. So it allows us to add products to our online shopping portal a lot faster. But not only that, intelligent synonyms. So if people are searching for pet beds, other ways customers can find those products is like dog beds or cat beds or small dog beds, or different ways that it's tough for an individual to think of these synonyms, but AI can spit out a whole list within seconds. So if you ask ChatGPT, and now with ChatGPT 4, say, hey, create 30 synonyms based off dog beds, and it will produce an entire list that we import into our search algorithms that allow customers to get to our products faster. So it's completely changed the game for e-commerce for us, and allows us to be very competitive and take a load off our staff as well.
Okay. And would you find that like the rate of business is changing, as in with that accelerant? You know what I mean? Like, do you foresee business changing more rapidly, or like how do you see that impacting the next like 5 or 10 years? Like, walk us through that. What does that look like?
So I think that means enhanced content, increased business. We can welcome more vendor products. There's no bottlenecks. So when people pitch us a product line, we can get it to market faster. So all these things, they've already increased our e-commerce business significantly, and it's only in the beginning.
Okay. Incredible. Well, that's exciting. Okay, so walk us through. So we have 3 specific trends that you want to talk about, or insights that you want to share. So walk us through the first one.
Well, I think the trend is, especially for my department, growing e-commerce, it's hiring right. So we all hear about layoffs with Microsoft and Google, but in a way, in that negative news, there's also a shining light. I think there's a lot more engineers available. So if you do want to take your brick and mortar business, and I know you specialize in industrial real estate, so an industrial company, whether they're a warehouse, distribution center, manufacturing, if they want to take their business online, it's never been a greater time to hire very smart, talented, tech-savvy individuals. Whether you are hiring for prompt engineers to train your AI, or development in-house for apps and websites, so many people available now to hire local, where we didn't have that opportunity before, because the big guys like Google and Microsoft and everyone else would be taking up all this talent. So yeah, it's no greater time than ever for everybody to tap into these very smart resources that are available.
Okay. So it sounds like technology recently has become more of an equalizer. You know what I mean? Like previously there was different playing fields, but you're saying now you have access to people and talent that you haven't.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think people and talent combined with AI, yeah, there's nothing stopping all of us for growth.
Okay. Incredible. Okay. Second insight, anything you want to share?
There's more resources at our own fingertips. So course websites like Udemy, YouTube, and these creators having, courses available for $20, $30 into a task that you maybe want to grow your business in. I think it's never been more accessible than ever with these courses available that take you through A to Z and really bring you up to the industry standard. So if you are a business owner that needs to empower yourself before you do hire individuals.
Okay. Because previously it felt like we were in the information age. And I know it's hard to say what kind of age we're in now, but like, how would you describe us now? Because there's so much information. We have a plethora of information. So what would you say what kind of age are we in now?
Oh man, I think we're in the artificial intelligence age, where as human beings, like as people, it just makes us smarter. But again, it's the skill of resourcefulness. Are you able to find this knowledge? I think whoever can find that knowledge faster is always going to be ahead of the people that are scared of these tools and these knowledge sources.
Okay. Yep. And the people using these tools, so presently we're using it to like bolster our businesses and hopefully grow. Do you foresee like anything negative or saying there's going to be a shift of like the types of work that's available and like the people who are performing that work, if they don't adapt? Was there anything else that you foresee happening? Like if we just completely put our head in the sand and ignore ChatGPT?
I think if we ignore it, like back when I started, they said you couldn't do business without a landline, right? Or you couldn't use a cell phone for business. And now it doesn't seem a lot of people have landlines. We're all fairly mobile. Then the days of Zoom came and Microsoft Teams took off during COVID periods. And, people weren't allowed to work remotely. I think more than ever, hybrid work models are the key. It's still nice to have a collaborative environment in person. And I know this is your business as well, but also allowing these executives or these creative teams to work remotely on location. Let's say maybe you manufacture a product and these products are involved in certain lines of industry or business or wherever your products go. I think allowing those individuals to work on location and then come back to your headquarters and a lot more freedom. And I think allowing these allow you to tap into very creative individuals. And where otherwise, if you did keep that old model of only in office 9 to 5 and that type of model, that may not be effective to attracting the type of talent that you need to grow your business. So I think we live in that day where we need to adapt and allow for these things, just like mobile phones or just like how we're doing a meeting over here using these tools. So I think same with AI or ChatGPT. If you avoid it, you're avoiding a tool that can make your life better and more efficient and increase processes and production as well. So.
Incredible. Okay, yeah, perfect. And the third tip that you would recommend for business level?
I think stay ready for change, because more so than ever, change hits us like a wave. And if we're not ready for that, we can miss that wave or be hit by it, or we can learn to ride that wave. And I think if you're able to, aim your surfboard right and ride that wave, I think you're going to have a good ride, right? So I think just being able to see these opportunities and don't see them as negatives and don't resist them. And but yeah, just learn to go with that, go with the flow, I guess.
Okay. And that's one thing that I've been seeing as well. So all these top performing companies, what they do is they embrace technology changes and they're kind of like they're leaders in the field by like not ignoring it. And even though change is hard sometimes, they just go for it. So it's really interesting that you mentioned that as well. Okay, perfect. Okay, so in today's episode, we talk with Raoul Bhatt, and he is a successful software developer, and we cover 3 specific techniques that he recommended that business owners really embrace. And so just saying how you really need to embrace technology and leverage technology with your talent. Second of all, make sure you're accessing some of these free resources online. There's the university online, the Udemy, I believe it was. And also, third thing is to have a mindset of embracing change. Even though there's so much happening in today's world, you have to embrace it. You can't ignore it. And ultimately, your business will grow because of it. And okay, so that was all my questions today. And if you wanted to have more information on how you can get more insight from this podcast and the series, please do check out our website, citycommercial.ca, and subscribe to that, and you'll get that straight to your inbox. Okay, well, thank you so much, Raoul, and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, Julie.
Thanks for listening to the Industrial Property Insider Show. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. If you found value in today's episode, check out our website, citycommercial.ca, to learn more. We'll see you next time.